go back to AEW Dynamite just for one angle, all right? Because I know we spent half an hour fucking railing on AEW this morning, but I do want to show one clip. So this was our continuation of our analysis from last week when we did the Mercedes getting run over, or no, Kris Statlander got run over by Mercedes and Camille. So that was a epic legendary segment. So we got another one this week. So this is another little 2-minute segment. So this one is Renee Paquette just interviewing Mercedes backstage, and she's with Camille. And Camille's got you can't really see it, but she's got a sling on her arm. Because I guess she got her arm injured by Statlander last week when Statlander smashed it in between the car door. So, so basically, Mercedes is getting interviewed, and she doesn't realize that Statlander is like right behind her, which is pretty funny. But let's do a watch along. How about a little watch along? It's only 1 minute. They're gonna do a little brawl here for anyone just listening on audio. It might not make sense, but I'm just gonna play it, and then afterwards I'll try to describe what happened. So watch along mode. I gotta put it a little tiny here in the corner, so you guys gotta zoom in if you really want to watch along. So you could zoom into that little spot in the corner, and you can see it pretty clearly. So here we go.
Let's take a little preview of what's to come at full here. Now, Renee, I have to get ready for the show. Someone wrong. Oh, Camille! Camille!
Oh, my God. Oh, here we go. There we go. There's some fighting. Good God. That's it. All right. So they went through the wall for anyone listening. On podcasts, on Apple Podcasts, they went through the wall, and then that's it. They just cut away. They didn't show anything after that. But all right, so I got to describe some of it. So Statlander comes up, and Mercedes calls Camille to help her, and Camille just gets slammed into the wall. Then Statlander goes up to Mercedes. They have a little scuffle, and then Camille helps Mercedes down, and that's when Statlander spears everybody through a drywall, like a fake wall that they made. So a lot of people make fun of those walls that just are so fake, because there's no wall like that in real life that you could just fucking fly through. You know, usually, I don't really know the science of how walls are built, but usually they're built kind of strong because they don't want it to like fucking just fall down while you're just, you know. So anyways. All right, I got some ratings for this angle.
Usually people are not running through walls, Kalen. That's exactly true.
Unless you're the goddamn Incredible Hulk or something. But...
Exactly.
So I like this. I thought it was entertaining. Okay, I'm not really analyzing it in terms of is it good or not. I'm analyzing it in terms of whether I liked it. So I was entertained. You gave it a half thumbs up. You were kind enough to give this a 0.5 rating. On the Malapert Smark rating system. So on your Dynamite review, this gave your Dynamite review a half point of credit. So, all right. Would you like to say anything about this? I personally, last week I thought that was an embarrassing segment. I know you found some humor in it. You thought it was funny. I thought it was one of the worst things I've seen in a while. But it's hard to say like the worst thing you've seen in a while in AEW, because every segment has potential to be the worst segment you've seen in a while. But this was okay. Like, I just think it makes Camille, who has been made to look like absolute shit, really bad. Like it makes her look really crappy, and maybe one of the worst quote unquote bodyguards in the history of wrestling bodyguards. Like, she's always getting her ass kicked here. She's made to look. Well, terrible. She's injured. At this point, she's injured. So yeah, she's
injured. Bad. She's injured, but why is she injured? They were supposed to attack her last week, and they were left laying, and I guess her arm was broken as well to make matters worse, or whatever they're saying now is happened with it. I mean, this was okay. It was mildly entertaining. Obviously, as you said, the wall thing is kind of fake looking, but what makes it even worse is that they just left and stopped talking about it after. Like, they didn't talk about like what happened to these three women after that. They just said, "Well, they have a match at Full Gear. Wait to see what happens after."
Yeah, like, that was a terrible transition. You're right.
They didn't go back and say, "Hey, like somebody had to go to the hospital, like they had to be pulled apart. Like when WWE does this, like they always go back to this type of stuff, like and say like this happened here, and somebody had to, had to be taken to medical facilities or whatever have you. Here they just
or show a replay. If it was so amazing and crazy, fucking show a replay. You know what I mean? I like when WWE do that.
Absolutely. But yeah, but it was still I hated what they were going for, but yeah, they didn't do it enough justice to warrant anything more than half a thumbs up.
All right. Let me jump to that's enough for AEW for the day. Okay, we've done enough. We covered the Moxley invasion and the invasion of TBS, and then Kris Statlander, and that's enough. Okay, if you want the rest of our Dynamite review, it's in the description below. There's a link to we reviewed every angle, thumbs up, thumbs down. So quick reviews. If you're interested to know what we thought of every single little angle, we have that already. So we're not going to do that on the show today. We don't have enough time. It's late at night here.